Welcome, friends of the Greasy Shop Rag. Today we're going to take a look at a Husqvarna 346 XP chainsaw. The customer complaint is that it's just not oiling right. He said that he's been into the oil tank and he's flushed it out and it's clean in there. And I looked and it does look clean in the tank. So let's take a look at the oil feed hole in the bar. That's a common reason why the saw might not be oiling. And you can look at this bar. That thing is blue, man. It got hot for sure. Alright, that oil feed hole is right there. And it's open. And you can see that the saw is wet. So it's pumping a little bit of oil. Not so great though, and I can see why he would be complaining about it oiling. So that wasn't a whole lot of oil. So what I want to investigate here is the setting that he's got the oil pump at. This is the spot where you make the adjustment, and I want to see which setting he's on. There's 3 positions, so you can see that he was all the way to one side. He had it set at the lowest position. So just setting it at the mid position seems to have made a difference. The oil's flowing out of there pretty decent. And I probably should have set it at the high position and ran it and showed you how much more oil would have been coming out. So what do? You just send it back? Well, no, I think we've got to look into this a little bit and at least inspect and clean the oiler system and make sure that there's nothing else going on. So the first thing we're going to look at is our worm gear. This is driven by the clutch drum, and it only turns when the clutch drum is turning, when the clutch is engaged. All the threads on there look really good. Oil pump seems to turn free. So we're going to remove the chain guide plate so we can access that pump. Take a closer look. Alright, there's just 2 screws holding this plate on. And while it might be a little dirty behind here, it's actually in pretty good shape. If that chain guide plate gets a rip or tear in it, a lot of debris can get behind here and jam up the pump. Well, here's our oil feed hole. Here's our oil feed hose. And there was a little bit of debris in there, maybe. When I blew air through it, it felt like there was something in there. Could have just been oil, but the way the oil was flowing while it was running, I'm not so sure that even if there was a little bit of something in there that it was part of the problem. So a single screw holds the pump down. Look how the oil's rushing out of the tank. I mean, there's no blockage in that filter or hose that feeds this pump. And we just took a quick look at the pump to see if there was any blockage where the oil would feed into the pump, and there wasn't. It looked really good. So we screwed our pump back down. We're putting our discharge hose back on and our chain guide plate. We'll just blow this clean. A couple of screws hold it down. Alright, the next step is going to be to put our worm gear in place. It didn't really just drop on there. Just checking the pump for freedom of movement, and it's fine. We'll try it again. There we go. And our clutch drum, this has got a rim drive on it, so kind of holding that in place as well. Everything seems to turn free. I mean, there's no binding, nothing weird going on. We'll buzz our clutch back on. Let's try it again. I mean, that didn't take long at all for it to start pumping oil. And it's pumping a good volume of oil too. I'm happy with that. So we're going to put this thing back together and we'll give it one last try. Yeah, that bar has definitely been run dry a few times. Get our chain tension set. All right, we'll try it one more time. So that's all I'm going to have for you on the Husqvarna 346 XP with oiling issues. Thanks for watching. Later.